You're not asking me to invest in two separate companies. You can't stand in here and say we're combining the business, but actually we're going to give you the two...
That is the most amazing facial response. D-A-N-G-E-R-F-I-E-L-D, Dangerfield. Hello everyone, we're back with another Dragon's Den reaction video. This one's called Partnership on the Rocks after Shambles pitch is destroyed by dragons. Let's go, Dragones.
Hello Dragons, I'm Darren Markwick, Managing Director of Postal Boxes Installed.
I'm Liam Stamp, I'm Operations Manager.
I'm Brian Wilcox and I'm the inventor of these parcel boxes.
We are here today seeking £40,000 for a 15% equity share in our start-up company.
15, how much did you say? 14 grand for 40,000 for a 15% share, so about $250,000. But let's just have a look at these three likely lads again.
Seeking £40,000.
I mean, why do the two blokes on the right look like they're going to turn up on your door and go, "Oh, you got that money, you owe Big Frank, it's either the cash or your kneecaps, you decide." And the bloke on the far left looks like Peter Cushing from The Ghoul. Although most people on the far left look like ghouls. Continue. Oh, he might be their father though, that would make sense.
£1,000 for a 15% equity share in our start-up company.
Have you ever come home to find a parcel on your doorstep if it hasn't already been stolen?
Hang on. How do you come home to find a parcel that's been stolen? But I know what he's getting at. I don't. Anyone? Any guesses?
Letting everyone know you're not at home.
Or you've had a parcel delivered.
Hang on, but how do they know you're not at home? Oh, because it is there, but then it hasn't been stolen. Oh yeah, okay. That didn't make any sense. I mean...
To one of your neighbours, and you need to go and retrieve it, wasting your valuable time.
We have a pencil...
All 2 seconds of it knocking on your neighbour's door. Got my parcel. I mean, here's the problem. You know, in the last video, he was passionate about his Rockstar rum. He didn't script his pitch. He went in there, he talked about it, he told stories about it. He made it exciting because he was excited about it. These three, this is a script. We do this, I do that, I do this. And when your product is post boxes, which is already dull as F, you've really got to, you know, make it an upbeat pitch to sort of counterbalance the dreary reality of metal boxes installed into your house. And they failed to do that.
A pencil-protected anti-theft parcel delivery box which is courier agnostic and accepts multiple deliveries. If I can give you a quick
Courier agnostic is brilliant. I don't know what it means either.
Demonstration. So, any courier can turn the handle and open the drawer.
Give me a demonstration of how to put a parcel in a drawer.
Place the parcel inside, close the drawer, and it automatically gets delivered to the secure compartment. And then with your key, you can retrieve it when you come home.
With your crowbar, you can retrieve it before they come home.
With the parcel box, we genuinely believe we've created the future of mail.
No, you've created the past of mail. About 1890, I think.
Ensuring our customers, residential and commercial, never miss a parcel again.
We'd like you to take a closer look at our products and we invite any questions. Many thanks.
Oh, let me have a closer look at your tin boxes. Look at that display they've got there. It's so unfortunate. And even the boxes they've put in like pre-war brown paper. You know, you expect a bit of white string round it and some kind of telegram or Morse code in the background. It's so ye olde post boxes. The way things are delivered has changed. The way the speed things are delivered has changed. Now, there is a problem, don't get me wrong. I think something like 17 million parcels get stolen every day in America. But this isn't the solution. And I'd be surprised if couriers, even if they are courier agnostic, are going to add, you know, imagine you're delivering 100 parcels a day and you're having to open it up, do this, do all that. No.
Have a quick look. Hoping for investment in their company that produces secure mailboxes for packages, are Darren Markwick, Liam Stamp and Brian Wilcox.
So if I open that...
Yeah, it's in the handle. Open the drawer.
Put that... What?
Ted's is just trying to help him out here. Yeah, what is it? Put it in and then shut the door. OK, I get it.
Then
That's it.
it should drop in automatically.
Yes, and it's concealed, so no one knows the parcel's in there.
They want £40,000 in return for a 15% stake in their business.
This is a freestanding unit.
Yes, so this one's standalone, this is built in, and this one's for apartments.
But Peter Jones
They are absolutely disgusting.
thinks it's all looking...
And the only kind of people who are going to shell out for one of these, I bet they want about 400 quid for one. The sort of people who can afford them aren't going to want something as grotesque as that on the front of their house. Not a chance.
a little familiar.
I've got something similar at my house, actually, that takes parcels, and it's got a key lock, and it was built into the brick. But my personal view is that this is already a very limited market in terms of its size and the potential. Because a typical home has just got enough space to have a letterbox. It's not going to go and have a filing cabinet near its outdoor.
Filing cabinet. Well, think of it. The majority of the nation are working class people who live in 2 up, 2 down terraces. You got your front door, you got your window. Where's the space for that? I mean, I suppose you could build it into your wheelie bin.
Area, is it? It's pretty much for people that are lucky enough to have either brick walls or nice big houses.
Who don't want that in there, lucky enough to have nice big brick walls houses?
Isn't it?
I wouldn't have said that. Well, yeah,
Would you put that in the
Oh, Mr. Punch. I wouldn't have said that.
front garden?
Well, most houses have a front garden,
Yeah,
yeah.
but it'd look like somebody's left their filing cabinet outside.
But that's what people are doing, Peter.
Really?
How many people are doing that? How many have you sold? Look at all of them with their hands together, terrified, self-soothing.
Talking about getting them vinyl wrapped, Peter, so...
So you could have a nice sort of some hollies and some ivory or some blue clouds. You could even camouflage it, you know, put bricks on it or the style of your house. So that it just, you know, and you can imagine when the delivery bloke comes, he's like, where is it? Like feeling around in space.
Could blend in with the atmosphere.
Atmosphere, blend in with the atmosphere. Imagine you had a house that was like some sort of modernist sort of industrial monstrosity that was made out of sheet stainless. Yeah, it might blend in with that atmosphere. There's probably, 2 of those in Hackney.
Wrap. People would have that in the garden.
Yeah.
It would look like a filing cabinet in your garden, though, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
But it's convenience, isn't it? And maybe now it may look like that.
It's an inconvenience.
I bet
You've invented an inconvenience.
it won't be long before they blend in.
At the moment, you have 2 bins and a recycling bin in your front garden. It doesn't look aesthetically pretty, but it does the job.
Yeah, it's just that the possibility of having this in most homes, it's not currently feasible.
No.
Peter Jones
The size of the market is tiny. You'd have thought they'd have considered that. And again, not only the size of the house, but we haven't heard how much they are yet and how many they've sold. That's the bit I'll be interested in, because I think those numbers are going to be low. I wouldn't be surprised if they actually haven't gone to market yet, because if Peter Jones hits you with that kind of chat, you reply with some numbers. Well, actually, in our first 6 months of trading, we've sold 120,000 units. And then people's ears prick up a bit.
Peter Jones is far from convinced of the aesthetic draw of these particular parcel boxes. Next up, Tej Lalvani, who wants to unwrap the company's share structure.
Great joke, Evan. Look at Mr. Punch. There is something on this bloke's mind, and it ain't parcel boxes. I think it's if a child done that drawing, the art teacher would say, I think there's something with the proportions that you've done wrong there, sir.
So shall we start by figuring out how much you guys each own of the business?
So I'm 79% shareholder.
I have 1%.
And I
Got 1%. What?
20%.
Right, so just in terms of pricing, how much is the one which is installed in the bricks at the moment?
199.
200 quid. I mean, and to manufacture probably about 60 quid.
So how much does it cost you?
The cost to us is 70 USD.
About 60 quid, yeah, it's ridiculous. I mean, is that landed? Is that shipping costs? You've also got to think about shipping costs to the customer. They're going to expect free shipping, installation costs, who's installing it, etc., etc. This business, I'd like to offer more, but this business is rubbish.
70 is about £55.
That's right,
About that.
It was then.
You said you're a startup,
Yeah.
but you have some sales presumably, so what have you done so far?
So we've actually been selling for about 10 months. Which our turnover is 21k. And in that time, we've supplied 68 boxes and we've provided 37 installations of the box.
Look at Tench's face, just contempt. Look at that face. You're wasting my time.
Can I just say something slightly? So up to now, we've been two separate companies.
Oh no.
Darren's company has sold 68 units, but my company's sold about 500 in UK and Europe.
Hang on, but you own 20. I love all this. I love this madness. This is, you know, business is simple unless you choose to complicate it. What's this separate business? I own 20% of a separate business. He's now pulling rank. Oh, I've sold hundreds. What's going on here? This is ridiculous.
And another 500 in Japan, and then we're merging the companies together. So
Right, so what sort of business is your company doing at the moment?
My company's been more in the inventive side of it, and then Darren and Lynn have been the salespeople.
Right, so the investment today would be in the combined company?
Yes,
Yes, yes.
companies, yeah.
And the IP will be held in that company
Yes,
as well?
yeah.
That's correct.
So,
Yeah, but who owns what of what? I'd run a mile from this.
so when I asked you how much have you sold, you only said 68. Why did you...
So in our UK-based operations, under Postal Boxes Installed, we have sold 68. However, because obviously we've only been actually selling them for 10 months, Brian was the inventor who obviously preceded that.
Stop saying obviously. It's not obvious. It's the opposite of obvious. It's really unclear.
And his figures go back a bit further.
With two sets of figures to marry up, Tej Lalvani is having to work hard to get a clear picture of the sales. Now, it's Tuka Suleiman's turn.
His tissue paper just went through.
To attempt to get a better understanding of the
Self-soothing. Let me tell you now, here's a very basic bit of non-verbal communication that you can learn in an instant. Anything repetitive, whether it's that, whether it's just rubbing, anything repetitive is self-soothing because you're feeling anxious and your body is finding a way to get that anxiety out because you don't want to do it with your words or your face because you're trying to save face.
You've come here wanting 40 grand. It's a total startup, which I can understand, but you've made the thing very complicated.
Based on our projections,
Okay,
Which wasn't the question.
projections, let's start.
Yeah, sure.
Year one,
So we project a turnover of 63k.
63k
Yeah.
turnover.
Yeah.
This is purely parcel box figures, by the way.
What? Hang on, this is purely the separate business, but what is the other bloke? Is it two businesses but you're selling it as one but it still functions as two? Oh, that sounds really investable. Where do I sign?
Brian's figures are separate.
He just said it as well. I was only joking and he just said it. Brian's figures are separate. So this is two businesses that they're trying to get a single investment of a single business on. This is not happening. This is a shambles.
I'm talking about going forward as the new collective business.
Yeah.
You've just sold me 63 grand.
Yeah, yeah. So
That
going
includes Brian's, that includes yours.
Yeah,
everything.
That's just our figures. Brian's got his separately.
As well, yeah.
He's got his.
Guys, you've come in with three of you. You should have said, we're going to go in as one. And I've just asked for some figures for the next 12 months.
Sure.
And I'm assuming that the partnership or the amalgamation has happened.
It hasn't yet, no.
It hasn't. So look, imagine. I mean, just the bare ass cheek of it. Can you give us some money? Can you invest money and time in this business that doesn't exist? It hasn't been amalgamated. It's not a single business yet. So what happens if the inventor on the end, who's probably got the IP, probably got some kind of protection on that because he's the inventor, what happens if he does the off? How do you expect someone to invest in a company that is two?
Oh, it hasn't?
It hasn't happened. The merger hasn't happened.
Merger? Yeah, that made it sound better. Jenny, look at Jenny. Jenny needs some Robitussin.
Okay, so year 2, which is the magic year.
Yep.
So give me the magic figure.
Well, the first thing we're going to do is hopefully get this merger sorted.
Turnover 383.
$383.
This is not taking into account Brian's figures.
I love it. I love it. This isn't taking into account the other business.
But I'm sorry, but you've come in here, all due respect, to say it includes 2 businesses in one. So, okay, what will the combined figures be?
For last year, it was £150,000 I turned over.
Okay.
Why is he with those 2 pillocks? I mean, he's turned over, what did he just say, 150 grand in 1 year on his own. There is salesmen. Well, they've just done a fantastic job of not selling this business to the Dragons. Why is he with them? This is weird. I wonder if there's something going on we don't know about. You know, some kind of a bit of leverage in the background, not a business thing, you know, like a social thing that we'll never find out about. A bit of pressure from the Wide Boys. Something must have happened, because it makes no sense whatsoever otherwise. One of them's got like 79% of the business or something. Why? What, so you can sell less than he was on his own?
Last year, it was £150,000 I turned over.
Okay.
So if I double it for next year, it'll be 300,000.
Sorry, I'm sorry. I've got to stop. This is a shambles.
It really is a shambles, and I'm so happy.
Are you seriously expecting us to sit here and add all of your numbers together so we can work out for you whether or not you've got a business that might possibly work joined? I've never seen a presentation like this in the den.
I mean, Deborah does ham it up a little bit, but she's absolutely right. This is a nonsense. It reminds me of something. I'm not quite sure what. Probably some midnight drug deal in a car park that I shouldn't have been at.
Have you actually spoken to each other before you walked through those doors?
Look at their faces. No, they won't be speaking afterwards.
We did, yes.
Did you think about making a presentation that actually presented the business that we were going to invest in, instead of expecting me to sit here and say, right, what's your bit of the business, which year, what's the bit that you're talking, let's add that together and let's see what's going forward.
I mean, I'll put it to you. I'll put it to you people and put it in the comments. What is on offer here? What are you getting? One geezer's got 1%, one's got 79, and the other geezer's got 20. But the 20% bloke's got his own company within that. So if you invest your 40 grand, or your, what was it, 40 grand? Yeah, for 15%. Are you getting 15% of all of that? Or are you getting 15% of his 20, 15 of his 1, or you know, it's just a nonsense. It's an absolute failure, and these 3 will never be able to show their faces in the world again.
Which year? What's the bit that you're talking? Let's add that together and let's see what's going forward.
Yeah, no, I respect that.
Oh, well, I'm not asking you to respect it, because I've got to tell you, this is shambolic.
I'm sorry about that, but we are, at the moment, we're 2 separate companies, and
You shouldn't have tried to sell it then.
You're not asking me to invest in two separate companies. You can't stand in here and say we're combining the business, but actually we're going to give you the two...
That is the most amazing facial response. That if you had a lump of clay and you heard that pitch and you had to squeeze that clay to symbolise the mess of this pitch, it should look like Jenny's boat race there. That's incredible.
Two separate numbers. You're confused. I mean, you're completely kerfuddled.
Kerfuddled, no less.
I haven't got any questions for you whatsoever. I could not possibly invest and spend my time trying to work out the confusion that you yourselves haven't bothered working out the other side of those lift doors.
An absolute slaughtering.
I won't be investing. I'm out.
But it is insulting. They are asking for time and money. You know, two very rare commodities in this world, especially time. You know, tick-tock, tick-tock, you're dead. What? These are adults. And that's what it reminds me of. It reminds me of when we had our 3D design end-of-year presentation and, you know, little groups of school kids turned up who'd done no work all term, just been sniffing Tipp-Ex and said, oh, we made a nothing aeroplane and it doesn't work.
Deborah Meaden is unequivocal in her disdain of the entrepreneur's pitch. And perhaps not surprisingly...
Look at him. That's a man thinking, this is going on telly, isn't it? Oh, balls, I've only just remembered that. I cry.
He becomes the first dragon out.
No, they're all out. They're all out. Obviously, they're all out. It's just a question of them telling them in the most humorous and potentially rude way possible.
Will Peter Jones be any more forgiving?
No, of course not. They know it as well. They know now they're just going to stand up there and get their faces slapped.
Well, that's put a very interesting atmosphere in the den. And
look, the one in the middle's nearly breaking his own hand. Look at that. Really unnatural hand over fist. You know that saying? He's doing it. He has to go to A&E afterwards. Sorry, mate, I broke 5 of my fingers at Dragon's Den.
I actually couldn't agree more. It's embarrassing, isn't it?
We've been a bit naive.
This is an embarrassing
Just a little bit, I think. Yeah, sure.
moment for you, but
We'd
it's...
quickly add the numbers up, surely.
Offering a solution at this stage. Look at Jenny. Jenny's going to sleep on it. We could quickly add the numbers up, surely. No, you can't. If I was Peter, I'd go on then. Go on, do it. Add them up.
I think it's best that we just leave it there.
Oh, that's such a shame. I'd loved him to say, go on then, do the maths. Go on.
I'm out.
Ah, he missed a trick there.
The bit I don't understand in putting two businesses together is how you...
She's really trying not to crack up. You heard it in her voice. Listen to the little warble of someone. That's a sort of a pre-laugh warble. Listen.
The bit I don't understand in putting two businesses together is how you then ended up with 79% to you, Darren, and 20% to you, Brian. Mm-hmm. But, Brian, you've got the track record of a business that has sold 500...
Yeah, he's got absolutely no reason, no clear and apparent reason to get involved with these two mugs.
Units in Europe, 500 units in Japan or something.
Yes.
And you guys are just resellers.
His face on the left again. No, it's all right, mate. She's not your mum. She's not telling you off. Come on, it's business.
But you end up with 20% of the business and you, Darren, end up with 79%. It doesn't make sense.
It would be an equal amount between us.
Yeah, but it isn't. It isn't. It's 79, 1 and 20. It would be, like I said, I'd put everything I own on it, which ain't a lot. But there's something in the background going on here. There's pressure. There's leverage. There's I don't know. There's something sort of naughty and family based going on. So someone's got some dirty photos or something, because none of this makes sense.
If you invest...
After the merger.
After the merger, if you invest, it would be an equal amount
I
between
can't
us.
believe this is happening.
You just said it was 79, 20...
And 1.
That's what it is at the moment.
To be honest, I think the proposition is a disaster, let alone the investment that you've tried to present. I could ask you a trillion questions, but it'll all lead to the same thing, which means I'm out.
Yeah. This geezer's sold like thousands of these boxes globally. I mean, what has he done? What dirty thing did he do to get involved with these two?
Confusion reigns in the den as Jenny Campbell's probing reveals discrepancies over the company
Oh, I don't like the idea of Jenny Campbell's probing at all.
share structure. With 3 dragons now out of the picture, has Tej Lalvani got any chance of getting this pitch out of the doldrums?
No, of course not. Jesus face.
Of the doldrums.
Hang on, not him. He still thinks he's a businessman. I don't think he's ever done any business anywhere. Maybe in an illegal casino, a clip joint or something, but nothing above board. He's got the nose of a man that hasn't done business.
How can you not have this organised? This doesn't make sense. You guys haven't got a proper business. You don't know what the shareholdings are. You don't know what the sales are. And I can't be part of something like this, so I'm going to say I'm out.
Hang on, we've got to get that. But there's a better shot of him. Hang on.
And I can't be part of something like this, so I'm going to say I'm out.
That is a face of a man saying, I fucking told you, you mugs. That is a man saying, he did tell us we're mugs.
How do you feel?
I mean, Tuka's not usually the best for jokes, but how do you feel is a great opener. Go on, how do you feel? Are you a little bit embarrassed up there? Are your legs shaking? Are you gripping your hands tightly? How do you feel? Amazing.
Gutted.
Could have went better.
Look, guys, I'm going to be very straight with you. There is a problem.
You think so?
Unfortunately, you're not going to sort it out. For that reason, I'm not going to invest and I'm out.
Thank you. Cheers.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
That was just absolute jokes. What a pitiful. I mean, the people who make Dragon's Den must have known. You know, they don't just say, "Oh, you've got an idea for business, yeah, go on, wander in there." They must have sat down, spoken to these lads, and they probably sat there and just keeping their faces straight, going, "Yeah, okay, yeah. Oh, yeah, well, you can certainly have a go on the den. We'd love to take you, yeah." And then when they walked out of the room, they probably thought, "Whoa, what a bunch of prats."
They started so optimistically, but the fault lines in their pitch soon began to appear.
It didn't start optimistically. It was rubbish from the outset.
Well, that's life.
I'm absolutely
That's live. That's live.
speechless.
It is shocking.
We won't be doing a celebratory dance in here.
And it's created a seismic split in their new partnership.
As Deborah said, it's a shambles, and, you know, I can't disagree with her. Based on what I've just experienced, I won't be merging with these two guys now, most definitely.
Oh!
And Brian's walking home.
Yeah, fine.
He's just blown them out and Brian's walking home. I mean, I don't think I've ever seen so much incompetence in the Den. I've never seen that level. I've seen bad pitches. We've seen the stupid flow lights, and we've seen the wooden computer. Bad ideas and bad pitches, but that wasn't it. What did they expect? They haven't. Rarely am I lost for words, but that was like, I don't know, just sort of, I'm bamboozled by it. If you enjoyed that, give us a thumbs up, and if you're not subscribed, give us a subscription. I've just recorded that. There was loads of sound and buffering problems, and so if you got this far, I had to over double them. Oh, it's taken ages. Help a boy out, will you? Ta-da!
Sweet